Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here today with actually an old friend of mine. We've known each other for a long time, but now Ginger Taggart, who is the Vice President, IHG Global Marketing and Brand Management. And in this case, we're going to talk about an IHG brand, a relatively new one. It first started in 2018, called Voco. And if you don't know Voco, you should, because it really is one of the fastest growing IHG brands. And we're here talking with Ginger about this brand, and you're going to find out about it and more on Insider Travel Report.
It's wonderful to be here with you, James. And the Voco brand means to invite or come together. It's fabulous to come back together with you. We won't tell all of your viewers how long we've known each other, but it's a pleasure to be here and be sharing the inside scoop through one of the latest and fastest growing IHG brands.
Well, I know you have a little Voco in the background there. I know you're not in a Voco right now, as I'm not where I am, but that's okay. I want to be in a Voco. We're going to hopefully get down there and take a look at them. Now, let's talk about that Voco hotel brand. When was it launched and why? Why did IHG want to create this brand?
Absolutely. So the Voco brand was launched in 2018, June. So we're celebrating the anniversary, just squeaking that in as we're speaking together today. It was launched first, the very first Voco property was in the Gold Coast of Australia, and it has quickly grown around the globe. We launched our first property in the US in the back end of 2020, and we have already grown as one of the fastest growing IHG. 35 hotels, 41 in the pipeline across 14 different countries. So the pace has been extreme, which really brings to your question is why did IHG create this brand? So we looked across the premium landscape and realized that there was white space that could still be addressed, both from a guest and an owner perspective. And the overall category premium, $40 billion, expected to grow another $20 billion by 2025. And there was a huge amount of independent hotels within this as well. So 40% of all hotels being independent, that's more than 1.5 million hotel rooms. And we knew there was an opportunity for a very strong conversion brand in the boutique space that was easy for owners to adapt and come into the IHG system, but had enough of a strong brand, energy, hallmark, ethos that really attracted guests and could connect that brand integrity and energy from around the globe. So we launched this as a conversion brand, but we've had such interest from owners. We're already looking at new builds and launching new builds across the portfolio, which is very exciting.
And I think the first one in New York was up on the Upper East Side, right? That's where the Franklin or something.
Exactly. Voco, the Franklin Hotel, opened. Actually, we signed the hotel and opened it within 2 months. So you can see the speed of acquisition within the IHG system, as long as you start with a strong asset to begin with. And that hotel has already won the Traveler's Choice Award from TripAdvisor, continues to get very strong reviews. And the owner is already working with us on our third IHG property. They are so pleased with the results of that hotel and the quick commercial ramp.
And you have one, I think, in Times Square, or one coming in Times Square, right?
Yeah, we have one in Times Square South, and then we have a new build as well, 401 room new build in Times Square. We have signed 2 in Mexico. We have a resort in St. Augustine, the Tiger, Missouri, Olympia, Washington that's coming. So really it shows a breadth of overall typologies of hotels that can come into the IHG system, particularly with Voco. We have a new all suites product in Doha. And actually just this summer, closer to home, we'll be launching the first dual branded Voco and Holiday Inn in Chicago in the North River neighborhood, which we're really excited about.
Well, one of the questions I would have had is, at first I thought they were all city hotels, but actually you said you mentioned a resort there, and you mentioned an all-suite property. So it's a little more. They sound to be mostly city hotels, but that there also seem to be some others there, right?
It's a very versatile brand. It's urban. It does extremely well in college towns, resort properties, a variety of different typologies. Quite frankly, we really look at the makeup of if we're in an upscale RevPAR market and we have a strong upscale asset or desire to build a strong upscale asset, then we can quickly layer in the Voco hallmarks and the Voco ethos and really bring that to life in a brand that really guests love, at the same time enables owners to come into the IHG system quickly and strongly maximize their commercial ramp.
And that is a key, bringing them into the IHG system and getting them all the benefits of that. Now, what makes for a Voco hotel? It's a lifestyle hotel, premium lifestyle hotel. What are the characteristics both of the accommodations and the public facilities.
Absolutely. So the design and the architecture is very bold and vibrant. At the same time, it's warm and inviting, really almost conveying the feeling of guests coming back into their living room, right? Whether that's our barista coffee and our GMs, such as Jessica from Voco the Franklin, many reviews on TripAdvisor and other sites you'll see of her chatting with guests and making them feel so welcome. And that's at the ethos. Our three brand hallmarks we really bring to life in a fun boutique lifestyle way through three different mascots. So I'm sporting one of those today with our first one, which is our Finch, which really brings to life the Voco hallmark of come on in. So it's from the moment you see the hotel and enter to your check-in experience, it's warm, it's chatty, it's swift, just like the bird. And we bring to life every guest receives a locally inspired welcome treat, such as from the Gold Coast of Australia. We have beehives on the roof of that hotel, and we leverage that honey for a locally inspired treat, as well as actually honey-infused cocktails in the bar. So our second core hallmark is all about the room experience, and it's brought to life by the owl, quiet, serene, and really brings to life me time, whether it's indulgent showers or our unique Voco bedding package, which is very focused on sustainability. We'll come on and talk to that because it's such an ethos of the Voco brand. But each bedding package is actually made from 150 recycled plastic bottles, and it is probably the softest, most luxurious bedding package you could imagine.
I never slept on a plastic bottle. I'm kind of curious about this one.
We will absolutely set that up for you, James. And then I know you will not want to miss the third hallmark for Voco, which is Voco Life, brought to life by our fun flamingo, which is really social, vibrant, and in groups. And Voco Life is the fun bar experience, the barista coffee, going back to the roots of the Voco name, which is invite and come together. And it's not only for hotel guests, but we see often locals are coming for special occasions for the bar experience. So a welcome and amazing room, as well as the vibrant bar experience, are really at the heart of the Voco brand. And then all overlaid by different aspects of our sustainability, which is so important to guests, owners, and shareholders today.
Well, I got to tell you, you can't have a lifestyle hotel without a great bar, a great coffee bar, and apparently a beehive on the top with some honey, right?
Absolutely. But we'll be hosting you in all of them, I hope. And I can't wait to actually share a cocktail with you in person, James.
Absolutely. Now, you said you're attracting hotel developers and owners, and initially these are all conversions, but you have new builds in the pipeline too, right?
Yes, we have new builds interest across. And one of the amazing things about Voco is, although it is all the elements of those soft hallmarks that are brought to life that really create that appeal of guests around the globe, we actually really celebrate hotels' independent heritage as well. So whether it's Voco St. David's in Cardiff, whether it's the Voco Franklin built in the 1930s, Voco the Tiger in Missouri, a great college hotel in the U.S., a 100-year-old building, really celebrating the heritage of that and the ability to bring through the story of that hotel. And for new builds, actually, we do have owners that maybe don't have a heritage, but actually have a vision that they really want to bring to life. And we have a specialized branding process that we work with them to bring their vision to life for their particular Voco.
No, that's great. Now, where does Voco sit in the portfolio of IHG brands? I know you have some lifestyle brands, obviously Kimpton and Insignia, I believe, but where does it sit in comparison to those brands and the rest of your wonderful hotels?
Yeah, so it's Kimpton and Hotel Indigo, which are the really strong lifestyle brands.
I said Insignia, my fault. That's close. Maybe that's a new brand. I will have to think about that. But
So we have a broader luxury and lifestyle category, which IHG is tremendously growing in. We're actually the second largest portfolio now in luxury and lifestyle, opening another 50 hotels in 25 countries this year alone. And then we have our very strong premium category, which is Voco, which is Crowne Plaza with more than 400 hotels around the world, and all 70+% of the Americas estate is currently undergoing renovation. We have the Even Hotel brand, very focused on wellness, as well as the Wallops brand, which is in Greater China, really focused on the Greater China consumer. So we have our luxury and lifestyle, then we have our premium, and then essentials and suites. So IHG brand portfolio has grown extensively in the last couple of years. We are now from 11 brands to now 17 brands, very rich, distinctive, with each their own kind of very strong consumer and owner proposition.
No, I see you each year at the ILTM and Con, and you always got some great news and some other new brands or even a growth of your existing brands. So it's always great to hear from this. Now, what is the growth strategy for Voco? You have all these hotels already, and you have hotels in the pipeline. How big do you want to grow this?
The possibilities for Voco are really limitless. We talked through the opportunity in the premium category and the wealth of independence. And then we add on that all of the kind of new build opportunities as well that owners are coming to us with. We have hotel brands that stretch from 200 hotels, right, with our Intercontinental core luxury brand now celebrating its 75th anniversary, to Crown Plaza with more than 400 hotels around the globe. And we would really see Voco kind of in the middle of that space with extensive growth potential across. If we start with a strong upscale asset, or obviously an owner desiring to create that vision in a new build, but particularly for conversions, we can bring hotels very quickly into the IHG system to leverage from our landmark IHG One Rewards loyalty program, our technology platform, all of the global sales. So in the US, we brought them in as quickly as 2 months, starting with a strong asset.
That's great. Now, obviously, we go out to about 105,000 travel advisors out there. What should they know about Voco, and how should they sell this brand to their clients?
Perfect. And you do such a great job, James, of really bringing the latest news to your audience. So really appreciate the opportunity to be with you today and talk through that. I think the main thing all the travel advisors around the globe and your audience should be aware of is that Voco is really a brand for everyone to be comfortable in. It's both leisure travel and business travel, and you see that in all of our guest reviews. It's a comfortable, warm, inviting, a little bit quirky boutique environment that people can have an enjoyable stay regardless of what their travel occasion is. And it really comes down to that kind of unpretentious, social, excited guest that wants to discover something new in a very warm, friendly environment. So we're seeing tremendous growth. And I think the other thing that's interesting is that as we've talked through, Voco is a very versatile brand. It really stretches across typology. So I would encourage all of your travel advisors to look for Voco not only in urban centers, but in resort, right, in college town. It's a brand that stretches across its typology and really brings its brand ethos to life.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask. I mean, you can carry that brand to a lot of different locations from cities. And we talked about earlier, you even got a resort, I think, in there in the brand. But the brand ethos is throughout, right?
Absolutely. The brand ethos is very, very broad, right? We center in our 3 hallmarks in the boutique environment. We have resorts around the globe. We have all suites products. We have dual brand, as I mentioned, the dual brand coming to Chicago. We've signed new hotels in Mexico, in Vietnam, right, from around the Strasbourg, France. It's such a fast growing brand, and we take heritage buildings, new builds. It's really an opportunity to kind of bring this new, refreshed boutique style to life. It's almost like a collection brand, but with soft branded hallmark elements, which is the best of both worlds, because owners can come in quickly, but at the same time, guests are discovering something new, but that have that kind of warm familiarity. And that's one thing coming out of the pandemic we really noticed is that while guests still really love the boutique and lifestyle environment and that almost independent nature, they are actually really looking for a bit of familiarity and reliability of coming together. And Voco is actually the perfect convergence of those.
Well, as I said, you launched the brand in 2018, so we kind of lost a couple of years there in the pandemic. So if many travel advisors might not be as familiar as they should be with the Voco brand. So hopefully this is going to help publicize the brand and get people looking at it a little more. Is there anything else you can think of that you want to tell our audience about Voco? And also, where can they go to get more information about the brand?
Absolutely. So I would say, direct with the Voco ethos, I would say, come on in, experience the brand. We would love to host you with our distinctive hosted service style. I think once you stay at a Voco, discover it and actually discover the brand's true commitment to sustainability, you will continue to be impressed and encourage your clients to come back again and again. And to find more information, obviously, you can go to the IHG website and across IHG's new app that we've launched and our loyalty program, IHG One Rewards.
Well, Ginger, it's great to see you again. I haven't seen you in a little while, but usually we get together at different shows, and we've known, as we said, we've known each other quite some time, and it's great to hear you're kind of spearheading this drive for the new Voco. And good luck with it. It sounds like you already had a lot of good luck with it. That you're doing pretty well, and I'm looking forward to trying it out one of these days. Down, I'm just outside of New York City, so hopefully I'll get down there and at least look around and also meet your first general manager. She sounds like a lot of fun.
Perfect. Well, I look forward to having a nice cocktail with you and celebrating Voco life in the future, James.
Absolutely. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.